Well, welcome back, class. Today we're going to be talking about the Bank War and the election of 1832. So here's a guiding question for you to think about today. Why was President Andrew Jackson opposed to the Second Bank of the United States? Well, Jackson and his Democratic Party waged a political battle against the Second Bank of the United States. He thought that it was too powerful and it needed to be eliminated. The Whig Party supported the bank, believing that it was necessary. Now, Jackson argued that it was unconstitutional and undemocratic, although Congress had created it. Jackson said that it was run by private bankers, men with special privilege who benefited financially from it. He especially disliked Nicholas Biddle, who was the president of the bank since 1823. Biddle came from a wealthy Philadelphia family and he was well qualified to run the bank. Now, under Biddle, the U.S. economy had experienced stability and prosperity. However, Biddle was an arrogant dude and he was vain, and Jackson felt that Biddle used the bank to benefit the rich. He also resented Biddle's influence over certain members of Congress. The bank's charter was not due for renewal by Congress until 1836. Congressman Henry Clay and Congressman Daniel Webster pushed for the renewal of the bank charter. They wanted to make the bank an issue in the 1832 election. They persuaded Biddle to apply for renewal early, and Congress approved it. Jackson, however, vetoed it. Without a national bank to regulate the country's financial system, responsibility for regulating banks fell to individual states. Period between the late 1830s to the 1860s is known as the state banking era, and during this time, each state set its own rules for banks. So there we have it for the banks. So let's move over to the election of 1832. Andrew Jackson ran for a second term in office against Whig candidate Henry Clay. Jackson won the election of 1832. As president, Jackson's opponents sarcastically called him King Andrew, fearing that he would wield unrestrained power. At the same time, Jackson's supporters admired his ability to inspire and lead others. They considered him a man of his word and a champion of the common people. State banks continued issuing loans in the form of paper money. They promised to redeem the paper money with silver or gold. Because federal law defined the value of dollars in terms of silver and gold, many state banks failed when they did not have enough gold or silver on hand to redeem the paper money they were issuing. They just didn't have anything to back it up. Have you ever heard that term, it's not worth a piece of paper that it's written on? That's where it comes from. The Second National Bank of the United States closed in 1836 and with no new charter. This caused an economic crisis to be on the horizon. So that ends today's lesson. See, that was short and sweet. The next time we'll be discussing the Tariff of 1828 and the nullification crisis. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.